How you doing today, folks? These are knives in a box. These are knives in a different box slash bubble wrap burrito. But we're going to have to talk about those other knives later because this is a Heretic. And I am quickly becoming a Heretic fanboy. A Heretic wraith, to be precise. Oh, fancy. Now this wraith has some beautiful, almost void-free carbon fiber bolsters. A nice standard Torx head, but with a little bit of flair to it, which I definitely do appreciate. A nice textured button, an aluminum chassis slash scales that is an integral, and is overall damn nice. We also have a modified, because of this little swedge, drop point blade of 154 cm steel, which is personally one of my favorite steels. I'm very much a user. So the fancy steels are awesome, but at the end of the day, they have to be resharpened, and once they have to be resharpened, it's a fucking nightmare. So I do love 154 CM or CPM 154 as my personal favorite user steels. And this thing is absolutely gorgeous. I love that bead blast, maybe a possible stonewash finish to it. It's really hard to tell, but it's very, very interesting. You can see we have a pretty damn thick blade stock, but pretty decent behind the edge. They're definitely not what I would consider to be thin. But despite all that, it definitely cuts very, very well. And it also works just fine. Fantastic. At 5.5 ounces, it's very reasonably weighted for EDC carry and general use. And as such, the Heretic Wraith absolutely holds its own with all the other EDC staples of the industry. What you are left with is a beautiful, functional piece, just like all the others. So far, I have not been disappointed at all with any knife by Heretic. They have absolutely fantastic designs if you're into the whole space age caveman thing, which personally I am. And they have fantastic fit and finish and overall performance. It has zero hot spots. It is an overall ergonomic marvel. It is a little bit too small for my size of hands, but despite it all, it fits just perfectly in hand and is absolutely fantastic. And the slight swedge perfectly facilitates kind of an up-close, work-ready grip. In fact, the only problem with this knife is the Heretic pocket clip. Now, the Heretic pocket clip is a little bit extra, but at the same time, when you have such very colorful things as the Steampunk Tactical Surgeon, Battlestar Galactica Seppuku, the Caveman Prison Shank. Now, with such colorful outings as those, having a knife I can only describe as Lando Calrissian chic, it doesn't really surprise me, and I'm okay with it. Because at this point in time, the Heretic Medford Viking Runet pocket clip is very much just part of the brand. And that's an okay thing. Honestly, it's kind of a beautiful thing. You really got to let designers have fun and kind of have their own unique creativity and spin on things. So even though it's very much style over function, because it's definitely pokes into your hand quite a bit, it's an okay thing. I definitely don't mind as much as I probably should. Because at the end of the day, the Hydra Wraith has slipped in like a wraith in the night and stolen my heart. That is very much Nick Shabazz inspired, and hopefully it's just as cheesy and cringeworthy. In all seriousness though, the Hydra Wraith is an absolutely fantastic knife, with incredible ergonomics and an overall footprint in the pocket that makes it an absolute joy to carry and an absolute joy to work with. The thick blade stock gives positive reassurance while putting this thing to work. The beautiful edge makes processing cardboard, paper, or anything between the lines an absolute joy. The ergonomics and aesthetics are absolutely perfection. Besides, of course, for this. So in closing, my overall review score for the Heretic Knives Wraith is going to be a 9.5 out of 10. Now, with all that being said, I just want to give everybody a big fat shout out and say I love all of you. Do me one favor and subscribe to a random channel, subscribe to a random person on Instagram. Go ahead and pass out that community love to absolutely everyone. Let's go ahead and build this thing. Let's go ahead and grow this thing. Let's go ahead and keep on doing what we do, which is to love one another for carrying gear and for being people. As always, folks, I love you all and take care. Bye.